Lebanese Ether Freestyle Drive Season 2 Episode 9. Got a real special guest with me, my sister Nejma Nefertiti. What's going on, homegirl? How you doing, sis?
Oh man, I'm great. It's an honor to be here, man.
It's an honor to have you. So great to have you on, yo. Been checking out your stuff. I'm like, yo, this is dope. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you, man.
I know you're an artist, but you're also an activist. You know, I know you get your political activism on.
Yeah. Revolutionary style, man.
No doubt. So we're driving in Brooklyn right now. You from Brooklyn originally? Or?
I was born in Cali.
Okay.
I came over to Brooklyn when I was about 2, raised in the projects in Coney Island. Also a little bit of Washington Heights.
Okay.
Parts of Jersey as well. So I'm kind of, lived a nomadic life. So
cool.
Seen a lot of places.
So that's dope. Born in California, but then raised in New York, basically,
that's right,
in
yep.
Jersey area, whatever.
Yeah, New York is my home, man.
Dope. Brooklyn most of the time
Brooklyn,
you've been?
I'm a Brooklyn girl.
Okay.
Yeah.
So your name is Nejma.
That's right. Yeah.
In Arabic, that means star.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, my name is Arabic, as you know.
Is that your real name, or is that
that's
your?
That's my real name.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Nejma Nefertiti Ayana. I have 2 middle names, so that's actually my real name. I used to go by Nejma Shea as my stage name, in honor of being smooth like shea butter.
Okay.
Back in the day,
Gotcha.
like, yeah. And then, I decided to just like go by Nejma Nefertiti. I went through a lot of transformations recently, and that's kind of like really what was suiting me.
Okay.
And so now, yeah, I'm
That's
just
dope
rocking
that your
with
name
it.
is Nejma. I thought maybe that was a stage name, but it's
nah,
your
that's
real
my name.
name.
That's
Star.
my name.
Means
Yep.
star. Yeah.
Yep.
So I mean, it's kind of destined then for you to
Yeah,
kind of do this
man.
music thing or whatever.
Yeah, it's my life. It's what I'm here for. Just making revolutionary music, revolutionizing minds, inspiring people, working with the youth. Yeah, for sure.
So since you have an Arabic name, what is your background? Is it?
I'm Irani.
Okay.
I'm First Nation. What I know specifically of the First Nation part is Blackfeet and Seminole. So I'm trying to look into that more and delve deeper to really figure out the different tribes. But that's what I know, so that's what I will claim for now. But yeah, my father's Irani, my mother's First Nation.
Have you been to Iran at all?
No.
All right.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, unfortunately not yet, but I will though. I sure will. I just got my passport recently, man, and it was a hard thing to do. They gave me a lot of trouble. I won't even get into all that, but I finally got it, so I got some travels coming up too.
You might hit the
I'm
motherland
hit
or whatever.
That. Yeah, it's happening. It's happening.
That's dope. Because I know there's a large Iranian community in California. Is that where your father basically said it was, was out there, was living out there?
Yeah, he was out there. That's where him and my mother met, and then they came over to New York. He was a cab driver out here and a wallpaper hanger, man.
All right.
Yeah, getting his hustle on.
Exactly.
I never knew my father though.
Okay.
Yeah, I never knew my father.
All right. So how long you been doing this hip hop stuff for, or writing rhymes, or I know you produce as well. Is that the case?
Yeah. I didn't start doing that till later. I wanted to become more self-sufficient and go to school for that. I graduated in 2015 from Full Sail University.
Oh,
yeah,
production,
valedictorian.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying?
What was you studying?
Music production.
Music production.
They taught you different facets of it. I've been writing and being a poet since I was like even younger than 15, but I started rapping when I was about 15.
Okay.
I would be like rapping other people's songs, and my peoples be like, yo, Nez, man, you got like a delivery. You should do your own stuff. And so I just like, in school banging on the lunch tables and doing all that. I did all that. And then, at first, like, you couldn't catch me in the studio or even get a picture of me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to catch me on the street corner somewhere to hear me, or like
freestyling or whatever.
Exactly, or like at some kind of house party. And I started out battling too. I'm not really doing that much anymore though. I kind of left that, behind.
You slaughtered enough cats already, so.
Yeah, and people get mad, they get violent, and in my hood it was just, it got real, it got intense. So I kind of left that, and I don't really want to be like kind of coming after people like that.
Yeah,
I'm kind of, I'm
get
kind
too
of not
personal
there
with
anymore.
it sometimes, and everything. It gets out of hand sometimes. Yeah.
It did, yeah.
So you started off doing poetry originally before the hip hop, you saying? Before writing rhymes?
A writer. My mother was a poet. So I wrote. I was always a writer. That was my thing. Like I would go. I grew up like in a family that was like, addicts and stuff, man.
Okay.
Like I'm an 80s baby, crack and AIDS era, you know what I'm saying? So like I would go to the side and just write and read, and I was kind of like an introvert a bit, you know what I'm saying? So I would go to the side and just, write poems and do all that, and I was used to my mother doing that. She would share that with me when she used to get locked up. She used to send me her poems, and I would write to her. So like, and even write to her, some of her people in there. So yeah, it's always been about the writing, and then, I just started evolving like as an artist. It got to different levels. So where I'm at right now, you know, it took a lot of experience to get here, and I kind of like, I was, you know, be in different forms with hip hop, but hip hop raised me, man. Hip hop saved me. It saves my life every day.
Dope.
You know what I'm saying? So.
That's nice. That's nice. So who were some of your early influences in hip hop? You said you was rapping other songs. Was it like whatever was on the radio at the time? Or?
Yeah, it was radio, and you know, people like oh man, like EPMD, Rakim, you know, all those old school cats. Definitely like the Wu-Tang and RZA. RZA's one of my favorite artists of all times and producer, because you know, he does everything and he does it well. It's like some people they turn actor and it's like, you're like, but like he did that well. He did the music well. He's worked with so many people. He's inspired me, you know. And you know, even though, you know, she's not a hip hop artist, like Nina Simone, man, to me she's the best. And like,
sampled
she really inspired me.
Sampled by so many hip hop artists.
Definitely,
it's like
man.
Everybody wants a Nina Simone sample.
Everybody,
now.
Everybody.
So, when did you start taking this more seriously, like the hip hop with the beats and, you know, actually going to the studio? Did that come later on?
That came later on when I came home from doing time. I did 5 years in Edna Man Correctional Facility for Women, where Asada was liberated from.
Wow.
Yeah, I did 5 years. I protected myself. This dude attacked me. I threw a box cutter up to his throat. You know, I didn't hurt him or anything, but like for that, you know, because I was poor, they gave me 5. They threw the book at me because, for one, my father's Irani, and obviously we clashed with that country here. My mother was in and out. You know, she struggled with addiction, but shout out to my mama, because she's doing her thing now and she's still standing, and she's one of my greatest influences, man. When I'm going through hard times, I just think about her and I be like, man, I'm good, you know. But yeah, I did 5 there, and you know, it was at a time when I read Asada's book.
How old were you when?
I was 19 when I went in. Wow. 24 when I came out.
Those are like those important years, those college years, those, you know, you know, that's. So we were talking about you. So you read Asada's book while you were incarcerated there?
It was being passed through the grapevine. We weren't allowed to have it. We weren't allowed to say her name. You would go to the hole for that. You know, I went to the hole a lot though for so-called quote-unquote inciting riots, because I would start rhyming and a circle would form around, and then they would just like shut the whole joint down and be like, you know, like, everybody get back to your bed, whatever.
Like those alarms or whatever? Those,
the gold squad come in and shit, man.
Just for rapping? Oh my God.
Because people would gather,
yourself.
and that's very rare with women, because we don't stick together in there often like we don't out here. So it was a big thing when they would see a bunch of women, you know, congregating or whatever.
They felt threatened by it? Like,
they felt very threatened, you know, strength in numbers and shit, so.
I mean, that's amazing. You saying that's where Asada Shakur, for those who don't know, that's where she was broken out of prison. She was liberated.
Right, she was liberated.
And then she, you know, went to Cuba, and that's where she has political asylum currently.
Yeah. So she's like a spiritual mother to me, man. Like, when I received her book, I read the whole thing all at once, like in one day. And it was then that my mind became really revolutionized. That's when people ask me, how did you like become revolutionary minded and all that, that's what I tell them, you know, because she inspired me. That book inspired me, and the 13th Amendment, as far as still being a slave while you in there. Then I just started to think about how people are slaves walking out here in the so-called free world, you know. So it really changed my direction. That's amazing. Yeah. So when I came home, that's when I started recording, and you know, that's when I started being like, hey, I need to share this with people. And you know, then I got behind the camera a little more, and you know.
So you would say that experience being incarcerated sharpened your skills? Like you were writing a lot of rhymes, freestyling, like you said. So did that kind of motivate you to take it more seriously when you did come out?
Yeah, definitely. When I came out of there, it like I felt like I had a responsibility, a duty to talk about like how it is, especially for women in there. And yeah, to share experience, and you know, I knew a lot of women and other people too, men, women, everybody would relate to it. So yeah, I just started building, and you know, most recently, during a lot of transformation, like, you know, internally and physically, spiritually, emotionally, everything, like, you know, I just realized, like, I knew the path that I was on, but I'm sure of it now, you know, and this is the only reason I'm alive. It's the only reason I'm here. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I do. That's my life. You know. So hip hop and revolution. That's what I'm here for. You know. That's my purpose.
And I know about, you know, all those years that you were incarcerated. That's just amazing to hear that. You know, you came out and you're doing your hip hop thing and your activism and your mentor. I know you speak to youth and everything.
Yeah.
Do you go back to jails and speak to people incarcerated, or like what do you do now to kind of help the younger generation?
Yeah, so now I haven't been back yet. I was working on getting into Rikers, but I guess it wasn't meant to be yet because it didn't connect.
Okay.
But I'm sure that in the near future it will, and hopefully I'll be able to go in with my Urban Art Beat family as a special guest. But yeah, that's who I started working with, Urban Art Beat, working with the youth through them. They would put us in schools, underprivileged schools, of course. And
while you were incarcerated.
Nah. This is after. Yeah, this is after. This is all since I've been out in the last 10 years. You know, so yeah, I've been building with them and a new Black Arts movement. Yeah, shout out to that fam too.
No doubt.
We revolutionize together. It's a community birthed off the original Black Arts movement of the 60s.
Okay.
And we have events every third Sunday called Soul Sessions and communiversities, and we represent like our themes and the science and soul of that.
It's held in the same location every third Sunday, or
sometimes, but now it's going it's going to change a bit.
Okay.
But yeah, we're always blasting it out there. So
nice.
Yeah.
So you were saying, you read the Asada book while you were incarcerated. You weren't necessarily conscious before that experience? Did you started getting more conscious afterwards, or?
I was more a girl from the streets, a foster child, kind of like just in survival mode all the time. But my mother was a revolutionary, She was beat down by the system though, man, and she came a long way, but she would always like bring stories back to me and send me pictures with her and her comrades. So like it was there, the seed was planted. So it's like, but then it grew when I myself went in, And it's funny how they say like school to prison pipeline, because it's kind of like it was like that for me too. But then it was also like my family to prison pipeline, because everybody in my family, including my father, who I didn't know, was like going to prison, and it's kind of like that was like a legacy of my family, unfortunately,
So what, I know you did release a project. Did you release an album? And we're gonna play one of the joints. So when did you release that album?
Well, I released
a mixtape, or what would you call it?
It's an EP to be like, it's an EP. It's called Rise to the Occasion. The track that we're gonna play isn't even on that one though, but that's that's kind of like a single.
Okay.
But yeah, the EP
that was released around the same time as the EP, or
it was a little bit after.
Okay, a little bit after. Okay.
But yeah, the EP was released like about a year ago, produced by Breakbeat Lou. He's been producing since I was like born out here in New York. DJ, really dope brother too, man. Like we working on some new stuff now and collaborating with some ill people out in LA. So that's stay tuned for that. Shout out to Breakbeat Lou, man.
So you've been going back to California. I know you was born there, but now you've been kind of connecting back to LA, back and forth.
In my late 20s, I started going back. So I try to go back like every 6 months. I was just out there. I'm doing a project that's coming out called the Trifecta. It's like the best of the best out of 3. It's called Projected Delivery, and Chemo the Blaxican out of LA is producing that. So shout out to him. Also a dope brother, and just his whole family are really dope spirits. He's an excellent producer and MC too. That Chicano, Black Chicano type.
Got you. Okay.
Yeah, really ill.
So Ya Habibi, you sample Kulthum, is that correct?
Yes. Well, the person who produced it did Musa Bayek out of Abu Dhabi. He's Jordanian. He produced that track and sampled and I mixed and mastered it. So yeah, because again, like later on, after I was out of prison too, I decided I wanted to go to school to produce and learn different facets of production. So now I create background sounds for like documentaries, people's logos that move and stuff. I put sound to that, and I'm trying to like do some work with Vice.
What do you like more, the writing rhymes, performing, or producing, or you have more of like a thing that you like doing more than the other?
Yeah, it's so different. I'll always be a hip hop artist, an MC. Number one, that's where my heart is. Like that's what I was born to do. That's what the universe and the gods and goddesses gave me as a talent and a skill. So I'll always respect that. Number one, the producing and the sound design and all that kind of came later on.
Okay.
But I do enjoy doing it, and that's actually kind of a way that I can survive and make money without kind of like doing something that I don't want to do in life, like work in a coffee shop. And I'm not trying to like knock anybody hustle, but like this is I'm trying to do what's in my path, so I really want to make a difference with the sounds I create too, and whatever I kind of do as far as producing and making music for film and stuff,
Okay, that's awesome, yo.
Yeah.
So Ya Habibi, when did this joint come out?
This came out.
This is the first joint I heard by you, so
Yeah. This came out. So August just passed. So the last August, I believe it came out.
So it's a pretty recent track then.
Yeah.
It's been a year. Okay.
Like a year.
Yeah. All right. Let's get into it. You ready?
Oh yeah, Ya Habibi. Yeah. Shout out to Musa Bayek.
Let's do it. Ya Habibi.
Ya Habibi. Ya Habibi. You came and gone just to please me. Dark black eyes looking at me so deeply. Asked me for my hand the first time you seen me. Recognized me as your queen and said you need me. Said you'll move mountains and part the seas to please me. Believe me, forgetting about you ain't easy. You was feeling it when I talk breezy. You said get gangster with it, mine get freaky. This is what it's like to be in between a DT beneath me like, oh, Nejma Nefertiti. We go back like hieroglyphics and graffiti. Don't know about tomorrow, but tonight you're mine completely. It turns you on that I'm a lyrical Houdini. We smoking hot together, something real steamy. Every time you leave me, I'm feeling kinda dreamy. Like, ya Habibi. Habibi. Ya Habibi. Ya Habibi, you smiling at me so sweetly. Said you don't mind, I blow clouds like a genie. I just wanna see you, it don't matter if it's briefly. Don't worry about a thing, we can do this so discreetly. Pardon my flow if I'm speaking too freely, but you're the type that make you wanna keep me. I'm on fire when you touch me and tease me. The only one of your kind that could reach me. That's why we connect and come together so uniquely. Habibi, ya Habibi, ya Habibi, Habibi. Every single conversation intrigues me. We got a rhythm going of our own beating. In the rhythm, I can feel our hearts beating. We had a wild love, chest heaving. I'll never forget that first spring evening.
Nejma Nefertiti.
Yeah, that's man, that's a song about like souls who knew each other from before meeting each other again.
Okay.
And I usually don't do them kind of songs, but
That's
it's
what I was
like
gonna ask you. Like, is it?
Yeah, it's like everybody's favorite joint too. They're like, whatever about that revolutionary shit, put Ya Habibi on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I think that for me, the soul never dies. So knowing that is revolutionary, and meeting people that you knew before is a whole idea that's revolutionary to me. So it was kind of a song. I love to make people dance too, man. So you know, it's a fun one. I love it.
That's a sick joint. Yeah, and I mean the lines are dope, and then the sample and the beat. You got the Arabic sample in there.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask, like, was it for somebody specific you wrote it
for
you know
at the
what?
time? Somebody did inspire me.
Okay.
I ain't gonna put it out there or whatever, but it was
you.
inspired by someone. Shout out to that person. You know who you are. But yeah, it was kind of like a dream, you know, and like we took a little ride in this desert party or something, you know. So it was kind of in ode to that.
When I do hear, I was like, is this like are you calling hip hop Habibi? Is this like
hip hop is my Habibi,
no doubt.
man, you know what I'm saying? That's
like I used to love for a common joint. That kind of reminded me of that a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You know, like it's a song dedicated to hip hop. Also, obviously, it could be for individual as well. So
right.
That's super dope. Where can people check that song out?
It's on my SoundCloud, and you can easily get to that by going to my website, nejmashea.net/music, nejmashea.net/music. So yeah, everything is on there. All my joints that are out right now, and you can navigate that.
And they can check out your EP on that as well.
Yep. Rise to the Occasion. There's also a remix of that EP that was produced by Kike Cruz out of Santa Ana.
Okay.
He remixed the whole thing, so it's like it has the same lyrics,
but
new beats.
Nice.
Yeah. So it's all up there. Yeah.
That sounds dope. Why did you name it Rise to the Occasion?
Oh man, I it kind of speaks for itself, but I feel like we all need to rise to our own occasion, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like we need to rise to the occasion together, especially in these times. So it really spoke to me, and I felt like I was rising to the occasion in making this EP, you know, with Breakbeat Lou, because you know, I really respect him as a producer too, and I never would have thought I really would have been working with him, or even doing things like, you know, hanging with Panthers and building with them. I mean, I feel blessed to be doing all this, like, you know, so it's really dear to my heart. I adore it all, man, you know.
Dope. So you got a new project you're working on. You said you're going back to LA for that. Is that correct?
Yeah.
It's a trifecta. You said.
Trifecta, yeah, called Protected Delivery, produced by Chemo the Blaxican.
How many joints you planning to
It's
release
gonna be
on
3 joints.
Okay, so there's 3 joints.
It's a trifecta.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's a little different. It's a short project, but it's gonna be really really sweet and powerful. And I've always wanted to do an actual project with Chemo. We've been building for like a long time, ever since I first went back to LA. I was living out there for a while, working the hip hop circle and everything. And we did a track called Endangered Species, but that's all that we got to really record together. So when I was out there,
is that the track about like different people were incarcerated? I know I saw a joint that you did where you talk about the different women who've been killed by police and.
Oh, that's called Heavy. If anybody's interested, and that's with my sister and comrade La Bruja, and that's on the Rise to the Occasion project. Yeah, so everybody can tune into that. Yeah, shout out to La Bruja.
So the Endangered Species joint you did was another single?
Yeah, that was when I was in LA, and so it's much older. So we did that, and then finally we came together again the time before last that I went out to LA, and we recorded everything.
Nice.
So yeah, now we're kind of just waiting. He's been on tour, really doing his thing. He just came out with a new project with his group Delinquent Habits that been out like doing their thing for a long time. So we waiting on that, and yeah, I'll definitely post things about it and everything. I'm excited, man.
So you started recording on it, or still?
Oh yeah, no, we recorded everything. It's done. He's gonna mix and master it and produce it. We're gonna hopefully do some videos.
Nice.
Yeah. Yep.
I want to play this next joint by you. It's the Mask Off remix.
Yeah.
I was saying earlier that I didn't like this song too much, not your version, the original version by Future, just because I associated with Majesty, Brother Majesty, rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
He went with the organization Existence is Resistance to Palestine. He wrote that song for us.
It's my boy, Rising Power. I feel him strongly with us too, man. It's an honor.
His version is called What They Do, and Hassan Salam filmed it and directed it out in Palestine on the tour 2015.
Dope track and video, man.
Yeah, beautiful. So when I heard the Future joint, I was like, I can't mess with this version because it's my Brother Majesty's joint. He did it first, you know what I'm saying?
Right, he sure did.
And it's not talking about negative Molly Percocet garbage, it's talking about liberation and solidarity. But you flipped the Mask Off remix and you did a real dope version of it. And you shout out Majesty in it as well.
I do, yeah.
So, it's all good. I'm
Mask
not going
to,
let's do it, I'm not going to boycott the song because it's Nejma Nefertiti's version.
Word. Good looking, man. I appreciate that.
Let's get into it. Mask Off by Nejma Nefertiti.
In 1979, I was able to escape with the aid of some of my fellow comrades. I saw this as a necessary step, not only because I was innocent of the charges against me.
Revolutionize, gotta revolutionize. Revolutionize, gotta revolutionize. Revolutionize, gotta revolutionize. You can see it in my eyes. Revolutionize, gotta revolutionize. Revolutionize, gotta revolutionize. Revolutionize, gotta revolutionize. Do it till the day I die. You can see all in my eyes. I live for the struggle and strive. That's how I know that I'm alive. Rep it to the day I die. Revolutionary wise, goddess style, looking fly. My art equals my politics. Bitch, I ain't a fucking lie. Thug love, where it started, reminiscing, getting high. When it comes to the world, ain't got no ties. I be hustling mine. You have no idea what I truly sacrifice. I will get it. My soul will fly. Me, my ancestors, and I. A side to serve me tea, invited me to break a couple pies. Told me it wouldn't be much longer till I could travel skies. What do you see when you look at me? I said someone free, then she pulled out a chair and said there's room at the table just for me. Revolutionize, gotta revolutionize. Revolutionize, gotta revolutionize. Revolutionize, gotta revolutionize. You can see it in my eyes. Revolutionize, gotta revolutionize. Revolutionize, gotta revolutionize. Revolutionize, gotta revolutionize. Do it till the day I die.
But because I knew that the racist legal system in the United States, I would receive no justice. I was also afraid that I would be murdered in prison.
Muhammad Ali said float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Malcolm said it happens to the best of us from A to Z. Majesty said, baby girl, just make sure that you keep it G. Then Fred Ho passed me the torch. It was all a dream, just walking up in my crib, make bitches wanna clean. You should start with your heart. If that ain't right, you ain't a queen or a goddess, still a princess and need some nurturing. I suggest if you can't stand the heat, get out the fucking ring. Revolutionize what you put in your body. You are what you eat. Just because I'm on it, don't think I won't take it back. The streets, I try to walk a peaceful path, let my soul breathe. I be stepping through portals. This realm isn't for me. Halfway in and out, everybody surrounding me. I doubt I'm losing friends cause I can't trust a word out of a mouth. All I wanna do is spread freedom and make it out. When I do, burn my temple, spread my ashes to the south.
Yeah.
Revolutionize, gotta revolutionize. Revolutionize, gotta revolutionize. Revolutionize, gotta revolutionize. You can see it in my eyes. Revolutionize, gotta revolutionize. Revolutionize, gotta revolutionize. Revolutionize, gotta revolutionize. Do it till the day I die.
Woo! Nejma Nefertiti, that's
thanks,
super
man.
dope, sis. Mask Off remix.
Word.
Nejma Nefertiti live on Freestyle Drive. Killed
Freestyle
that.
Drive, baby. You've been waiting to do this.
No doubt. I love the Asada Shakur samples.
Oh, thank you,
that
man.
Was
Yeah,
amazing.
I took that, I sampled that and threw it in there and, you know, kind of like sonically put everything together and just, yeah, put that remix out there. It's also on my website. So, yeah.
And it's kind of full circle. You know, Majesty's Cuban and he went to Cuba and everything.
Man, yeah.
And it just kind of brings it all together, you know?
Word, word.
What, when I heard the song, I was like, did Nejma go to Cuba and meet Asada? You know
No,
what I'm saying?
I wish, man.
That's what
I wish. Like I said, you know, she's my spiritual mother. That's one of the things that that's like a dream for me to meet her. I don't know if it'll ever happen, but I would love to really have tea with her and just talk to her, man, and just like converse about some of the things, you know, some of the ways that she influenced me and just like even influenced my mother and, you know, just she held me down. Like I feel like if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't have made it through those 5 years, you know? So yeah, I mean, it's kind of, it was an ethereal kind of thing of me putting her in the song, yeah.
And I know, I mean, I know you walk through portals, so it's very,
yeah, exactly.
It's very much
that's
possible you went to Cuba through a portal. I don't know,
maybe,
you know what I'm saying?
maybe my soul, you know, traveled in my
Exactly.
sleep, and you know, we had tea, so I don't know, but yeah, it happens. Yeah, I like stepping through portals.
What motivated you to write the song originally? Like what?
Actually, the Mask Off joint.
Yeah.
What motivated? It was Black August. I was fasting with a lot of my New Black Arts Movement people. And you know, we were all doing different things to fast, and you know, I was really feeling Majesty really hard too, and I really wanted to write something in ode to our political prisoners that are still alive, and those that have passed, and those that, you know, are locked up. And you know, yeah, free political prisoners, free the land, free them all, we Maroons, you know, so yeah.
Welcome home, Sekou Odinga, yo.
Oh, welcome home. Oh, Sekou, man, that's my boy. Dequi, his partner,
Definitely.
That's my sister.
Love her,
we build all the time. I love them so much, and yeah, it's an honor to build with people like that, man. Yeah, shout out to Sekou.
And also welcome home Oscar Lopez as well.
Welcome home Oscar, man. We was just marching for him in DC and all that.
And he was with Harabic in the Puerto Rican Day
Parade.
Oh
yeah, man.
They had the big banner, you know what I'm saying? Welcome home, Oscar, definitely.
Yeah, man. So yeah, welcome home to everybody who's come home recently. Maliki Shakur too. You know, all of our people, man. We gotta bring them home, you know.
And welcome home to you too, sis.
Oh, thank you.
I know it's been, I don't know how many, it's been years, but
it's been a while, and you know, I did a smaller chunk of time than a lot of my comrades and people, but you know, yeah, it did show me something. It showed me a lot about life, and it also, like, I'll never not be grateful for the air that I breathe, the grass that I feel, even having things like ice and just like different things like that. When I go through it, I think at least once a day, I think to myself, how would I feel right now if I was in prison? I would want these problems and want to be out here. So that just kind of like, you know, negates the whole like, oh man, I'm going through this and that. It really it gets me through, man.
Understood.
It gets me through.
That's amazing. It's amazing you went through that, but you're out here strong and influencing a lot of people, young people, motivating them to be positive.
Yeah, thanks, man.
That's why I wanted you on the show, because I like your music and I like the message that you're behind, and standing with political prisoners and everything. We need more people like that who ain't afraid to speak out, you know?
Word, I appreciate your work too, man. And yeah, I'm always following the show, and I totally respect and appreciate it. I mean, this is like real hip hop shit right here, man, you know?
Thank you. That's what it's about. Freestyle Drive is about that. Yeah. Shout out to CypherCircuit.com.
Shout out to Cypher Circuit, man.
You want to get into the freestyle session?
Let's do a freestyle, man. We gotta, honor the freestyle part.
No doubt. That's what we got you here.
All right,
interview,
let's do it, man.
Got to get that freestyle session going, no doubt. Just, everybody check out all the previous episodes on writingandcarswithrappers.com or CypherCircuit.com. They're the ones who sponsor the show. I got season 1, 10 episodes, season 2, 8 episodes out. This is going to be the 9th with Nejma Nefertiti. And I got one more coming out. Number 9, yes.
Power number.
No doubt, no doubt. And then I'll be coming back with a new season soon, season 3. Gonna have a lot of dope artists on, so definitely be on the lookout for that. We're gonna get into the freestyle session right now. I'm gonna throw on this beat, alright?
Alright. Put my freestyle hat on.
Yeah.
Freestyle
Drive. I'm Lebanese Ether. This is season 2, episode 9, with my sister Nejma Nefertiti. Make sure y'all check her out. Got some dope new project coming out, Trifecta. Let's do this. Yeah.
Hip Hop Brooklyn.
Woo. Again, writingandcarswithrappers.com. Cypher Circuit, Freestyle Drive, yeah. Nejma.
I always wanted to be on Freestyle Drive with Ether. Riding through my hood, bumping beats through the speakers. You don't really know a person till you walk up in their sneakers. If you walk up in mine, you liable to have a seizure. Woo. Life is a bitch and right now I'm trying to please her. So I could join my people, chill with majesty and freedom. Muhammad Ali, Dr. Sebi and Lolita. Everybody wanna rap but can't survive in the arena. You should take up a new hobby, go become a ballerina. Or get your head chopped off, you gon' be like, have you seen her? When I'm on the mic, I'm a head turner like Tina. Ask me who the best is, I gotta say it's Nina. Full-time revolutionary, never take a breather. Unless I'm breathing Mary Jane, I also love to eat her. Twist her, light her up, and I bake her like Anita. She my baby girl, and I would never ever cheat her.
Yeah.
Building bridges from Brooklyn to California. You should listen to them people talking about me, trying to warn ya. I'm from where the streets come alive, and then you mourn her. That place where you don't wanna take a walk around the corner. Don't get it twisted, I can hold it steady, baby. I'm getting nicer with my hands, and every day I'm wavy. Most people nowadays don't know the meaning of fugazi. If you want some information, fuck you, you gotta pay me. Woo. Earn so many stripes, I transformed into a tiger. Just ask about me, they gon' be like, yo, that girl on fire. Sky is not the limit, I'ma go higher and higher. Freedom for all oppressed peoples is everything I desire.
Wow.
When life tries to shut me down, I open up the wire. Every day I come at it, dressed in the best of my attire. Most people,
Nejma
I'm that much more
Nefertiti.
fire. Stamina is crazy, I go on and never tire. My legacy is how much I give, not what I acquire. Yeah, not what I acquire. Yo, not what I acquire. I said, stamina is crazy, I go on and never tire. My legacy is how much I give, not what I acquire. I'm a goddess warrior and an underrated rhymer. Haters all around me wish that I would just retire. They be praying for my downfall, but my angels got my back. Mirrors all around reflecting, and the energy that's whack. You should think twice about coming for me, promise that's a fact. If you do, you will regret when I respond and then react. I know my purpose, Mother Earth is. Since my first kiss, I knew it could have been a kiss of death. Be careful who you flirt with. My mama ain't raised no fool, that's for certain. She told me get it every day before they close the curtain. This society we live in has my heart and soul hurting. When it knocks me down, I say you hit like a bitch and keep working. And keep working. I'm the queen of wordplay. I'm a lyricist, you rapping, spitting bubblegum all day. Ain't got no kids, but I'm the mother of the revolution. A Nefertiti incarnated. I live longer than they say. With my foot up in the matrix, I embody night and day. I'm an ancient ass soul, and I'll be leaving anyway. I'm an ancient ass soul, and I'll be leaving anyway. I'm an ancient ass soul, and I'll be leaving anyway. Middle finger up to capitalism and patriarchy. I'm a militant on the war, representation of matriarchy. A militant on the war, representation of matriarchy. That's what I said, I'm like Sun Tzu up in the motherfucking party, bitch. You too privileged, you may need your ass beat. You be learning from books, but don't know shit about the streets. I'm the most gangster valedictorian you'll ever meet. Every time my heart beats, I think about how it could stop. I could have been dead last week when I heard that gun pop. I could have been dead last month when I heard that loud shot. If I drop dead on stage, that means I gave it all I got. That means I gave it all I got. I'm a motherfucking rock. That means I gave it all I got. Yo, I'm a rock. Revolutionary love from my head to my socks. Ayy, sexy mama got her hands all up in my locks. Ayy, never forgetting where I'm from. I'm from the life of hard knocks.
Wow.
I'm from the life of hard knocks. Yeah, I'm from the life of hard knocks. Lebanese ether.
Thank you, my sis. On Freestyle Drive.
Yeah.
Killed
I had to do a real freestyle,
that was dope as hell, yo. That was amazing. For real.
Word.
Because I haven't seen you freestyle. I heard you joints, but I haven't seen you freestyle. And I'm like, damn, killed that.
It's different with all the cameras too, but like, you know, I appreciate that, man. You gotta put that out there, you know. Freestyle Drive, you know.
Freestyle Drive. We're driving and freestyling, you know what I'm saying? So
man.
having fun, but also, you know, trying to be positive. So
yeah, absolutely.
You down for one more?
Yeah, I'm down. I'm down to do an unreleased joint, man.
All right, let's do that.
Hit him with that.
Let me make this turn.
Especially
right
we driving around the hood. This is a perfect joint right here.
Perfect.
This will be coming out on the trifecta.
Okay.
We're gonna do it to a different beat that you chose.
Got
though.
you. This is exclusive right here.
Exclusive.
I love getting the exclusives.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So.
It's called "Ask Me Where I'm From," the ghetto.
Okay. Let's get into it. Let me just make a turn right here. Woo! Yeah. Nejma Nefertiti. I'm Lebanese Ether. This is Freestyle Drive, Season 2, Episode 9. Shout out to Cypher Circuit, writingandcausewithrappers.com. Season 3 coming soon. Yeah.
When they ask me where I'm from, I say the ghetto. In my hood, where it's never all good, I get respect though. Going through things later in life, you gotta let go. Beef on the block, everybody reppin' they said, oh. In my hood where we get dough, hustling, flow, bustling, blow the 4 pound. Move them all around, getting that bread out of town. In America's favorite playground, you might get lost and not found by the players and the pimps and the vultures and hounds. Shots in the back, light of my building, somebody's on the ground. Have you ever been to this side of the tracks? Where guns are cocked and mothers turning tricks to smoke crack? Oh, the ghetto takes your childhood, you never get it back. Police shoot to kill, cause we black, bring it back. Where you at? In the ghetto, yeah, in the ghetto, yeah. Cause when they ask me where I'm from, I say the ghetto. In my hood, where it's never all good, I get respect though. Going through things later in life, you gotta let go. Beef on the block, everybody reppin' they said, oh. In P-Funk, it was Westerveld Ave. I went on Madison with that coke, all the hustlers were mad. They threatened to get a dope fiend to bust me with a bat. If I ain't get about their territory, was fucking with that. What they didn't know was my peoples was headed the trap. Shout out to the Boricua, Mr. T, do have my back. The ghetto be having you walking like war, that's a fact. Or running for your life like you going for medals and track. And if you make it out the other side, you soar. In my hood, I always had the feeling there was more. Some never make it out, some get the clout, that's all they adore. Everybody wants to be a lion on this jungle floor, How about bodegas in Brooklyn? I'm talking about Brooklyn. And if you ain't looking, you'll get your shit tooken. Strolling down my block, they like, hey, good looking. In the summertime, if you hungry, there's always something cooking. In LA, I had palms and bright trees. Compton, Inglewood, and Long Beach, met some real G's. My homegirl Fox 1 showed me round the Northeast. Chemo the Blaxican said, damn, Nez, you a beast. In the ghetto, in the ghetto, yeah. In the ghetto, in the ghetto, yo. So when they ask me where I'm from, I say the ghetto. In my hood, where it's never all good, I get respect though. Going through things later in life, you gotta let go. Beef on the block, everybody reppin' they said, oh. I walk around these streets late at night and keep my eyes peeled so I never lose sight. In my hood, there ain't no such thing as a fair fight, but sometimes in my hood, everything is alright.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't for the ghetto, I wouldn't be who I am. Hot like the infamous 77 Summer of Sam. You might catch me with a Nina, Mississippi, goddamn, or kicking rhymes on the stoop. Just me and my fam. Chi-Town to DC, Brooklyn, Harlem, Long Beach. I got set up in ATL once, home of that Georgia peach. City of brotherly love wasn't given a sister reach. Where I come from, you gotta practice what you preach. When I'm out in AZ, I be up on them red rocks, or up the mountain in Jerome with the bikers and chops. And when they ask me where I'm from, I say life of the hard knocks. They say, baby, you can disappear here too. So watch, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, and it's true. Out there picking pockets, playing dominoes with the crew, selling and smoking that wet. If I ain't tell you, who would've knew? Come to my hood, you might do something you normally wouldn't do. Where my real people's at, I keep close but a few. All my brothers and sisters hustling on the avenue. Got the block smelling right with incense and oils too. Everybody rep your hood like it's your big debut. Yeah, Brooklyn.
Yeah, no doubt.
Lebanese Ether, Freestyle Drive, Nejma Nefertiti.
Yes.
A new black arts movement.
From New York to Cali is dope,
Woo.
dope. Hells yeah, love
Word
that. I can't wait for that
Thank you,
official
my
joint to
brother.
come out.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You need
You'll
a
be-
video
you'll be
for
one of
that
the
joint.
first to know. Yeah,
Rhymes
we gonna do that.
Rhymes is hardcore. You repping the whole United States with
We
that
be
joint.
doing the whole spectrum, man. Yeah, I told you I lived as a nomad, man.
Brooklyn
I'm a
to
Brooklyn
LA,
girl, but
to
you know,
ATL,
yeah.
all that, no doubt,
Philly,
no doubt.
you know.
So that's gonna be on the trifecta, the 3 joint
That's gonna
that
be in
you're
the
gonna be
trifecta,
releasing.
yeah, called Protected Delivery, coming out soon. Kimo the Blaxican producer.
Nice.
Yeah,
That
definitely.
sounds super dope. Again, where can people check you out? Where's the best places to hear your music, or online, social media, all that stuff?
Yeah, I'm on social media as Nejma Nefertiti, just how it's spelled, Nejma Nefertiti. You can also find me in some places Nejma Shea, that's SHEA. But I've been putting it more out there as Nejma Nefertiti recently. So anywhere on social media, Instagram, Facebook, SoundCloud, all that stuff, and then my website nejmashay.net/music. So yeah.
Are you having any performances soon? Where can people check you out soon, or is after you release that project you planning on,
Oh, I'm definitely, yeah. I
know you're always performing.
I'm always performing.
Yeah.
I don't have anything lined up. I just did April and Nina's Salon just recently. Shout out to April and Nina's Salon and Handsome Women Artists. Yeah, so that can change like tomorrow, you know what I'm saying? So I do the New Yorican often though with La Bruja on Open Mic Mondays.
Shout out La Bruja,
Shout out to La Bruja, my sister. But yeah, I always put, I post up wherever I'm gonna be performing.
Okay.
So yeah, you can catch me out here, and you can catch me out in other spots too. Pittsburgh, performing with my Afro Yaki Music Collective. Spirit Child, just like, yeah, we
catch
be
you in
doing
the streets,
it.
marching
with
the revolutionaries.
Yeah, man, absolutely, yup.
Any last words you want to say? Because you're a very inspirational person. The things you've been through, trials and tribulations, and you still came out on top, and you're still doing your thing right now. I know a lot of young people watch my show, and I just want any last words you want to say to them.
Word, man, to the young people, I just want to say, like, keep doing your thing, never give up. You're not alone. When you find that life is too hard, look out for your mentors, look out for your people. Go to that music. Use your trials and tribulations and your pain and your expression, whether it's graffiti, whether it's dance, whether it's writing, rapping, whatever it is, and give that to people, because you're not alone and people will relate to that. So I would say stay true to your heart. Most importantly, keep communications open, and you know what I'm saying? Yeah, just be yourself. Just be yourself.
Dope. Be yourself.
That's right.
Again, this is Freestyle Drive, Season 2, Episode 9. Special guest, Nejma Nefertiti. Make sure you check out cyphercircuit.com to watch all my previous episodes. I'm so happy I got Nejma on the show finally.
Yes.
I'm trying to work it out, but she's in LA doing her thing back and forth. But we worked it out in Brooklyn.
Yeah. Shout out to my kickboxing fam too, man. My fit fam. I'm a kickboxer too, so
don't mess with her.
Keep the tempo right too,
She'll kick you with the rhymes and with the kickbox, with the real kicks.
Yeah.
No doubt, dope. Again, Nejma Nefertiti. Thank you, my sister, for being on. Shout out cyphercircuit.com. Peace, y'all.
Peace.